Mike?
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm Mike Merowitz. I'm a volunteer here at the Red Door Ministry, high school ministry. And here we have one of our guys, Rowan Foster. Rowan Foster is a sophomore at San Juan Hills High School. So Rowan, I had a question for you. You a little nervous to be up here on stage?
Honestly, yeah. It's my first time in front of a large audience, so definitely.
Really? So you're nervous, but you're rocking that fierce bullet over there?
Yup. You should too, Coach. You coach football at Dana Hills, right?
I do.
I think the boys would love it.
Really?
Yeah. You should definitely do it.
You sure?
I'm positive.
I think you're right. Hold on my mic.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
So what do you guys think? Go ahead.
That's your question.
So, other than rediscovering this mighty powerful mullet, what have you discovered being a part of Catholic Student Ministry?
It's been amazing. I've had a ton of joy. It's really impacted my life. And last year I was 100% online during COVID, and it really affected like me and my interactions with my friends. And I was able to keep in touch with them with social media and everything, but I felt so disconnected. And I remember how much I enjoyed Red Door before COVID, and I decided to come back to it. And I felt when I was back at Red Door that God was calling me to go on the mission trip. And as most of you know, that's where we built houses for families in need. And Benita, the woman that we were building the house for, was living in like a black plastic shed with dirt floors. And I remember when we first showed up, you could tell that she's like, how is this big group of rowdy teenagers gonna build a house for us? But day 2 came along, and the concrete mixers, the pumps, everything came in, and you could see the hope rising in their face.
Yeah, it was such a blessing to have that cement pump, because if we didn't have that, Rob was saying that we were going to have to wheelbarrow all the cement to the job site, back and forth before it dried. So it was such a blessing.
Yeah, it was a giant blessing, and I found it was so super cool that everybody had a unique job and would play a different part of the building process, and we did it all through God, who strengthened us and provides us that strength every day, and that was amazing.
Yeah, it's so amazing how God recentered each one of us, including myself. And really it showed us when we were building the home how Jesus builds a home within us to be a safe place in the storms of life. So when we gave the keys to Benita, how did you feel?
I felt really heartwarming, just seeing the joy in her smile and the happiness, and God wanted us to build a house, and I was just so happy that we were able to be part of that. And I thought it was so cool that during the building process, or at the end of the building process, we would all come together as a big family, and we'd pray and we'd worship over the house and the family, and it was just so blissful, and it was such a blessing.
So you're telling me that you have a couple of Bible verses that stood out to you in the trip. Go for it.
Yeah, so I thought these ones just really correlated and connected with the trip, and I have Galatians 6:9, which says, "And don't allow yourselves to be weary in planting good seeds, for the season of reaping the wonderful harvest you planted is coming. Take advantage of every opportunity to be a blessing to others, especially to your brothers and sisters in the family of faith." And I just think that we planted a seed in that community by building the house for that family. And I remember people would always come by the house and ask the family and kids, how do they afford all this? How do they get all this to work? How does this all go together? And Benita and the kids would say, they say that it's a church family, and this house was provided by God. And I thought that was wonderful. And I have this one more verse that I just think ties everything together, and most of you should probably know this one. It's Philippians 4:13. "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." And I just think that this one is great, because God gives us the opportunity to bless everyone we see or meet, and I just think that's exactly what we did building the house. So yeah.
Well, Rowan, thank you for me rediscovering the power of the mullet, and thank you for sharing with us all.
Thank you.